Alrighty, how are we doing? This is workout 3 of 67. Final one for week 1 is 16, and it is an absolute monster. So it is. I was one possessed, dedicated, motivated individual. So let's get in about it. Right, it is shoulders, a bit of chest, some triceps, abs. There's even some cardio in there as well. Monster, absolute monster of a session. 44 sets, 651.5 reps, come on. 16 sets for shoulders, 4 sets for triceps, 4 sets for chest, 12 sets for triceps, and 12 sets for abs. Aye, it was alright. And cardio, so let's go, here we go. Alright, and just to give you an idea of the time frame of how long it will take you to do 44 sets, right? I reckon, right, roughly average about 5 minutes a set the time you count your, to go from A to B, B being, you know what I mean, the actual set, the working set. And I've worked out it's roughly about 5 minutes because my 12 sets, I reckon I could get them done in an hour, probably faster, but that's me doing it, going a lot faster with speed being the intention, you know what I mean? But just the casual workout, it's averaging, I'm averaging about 5 minutes per set, because 12 sets is 1 hour, and 44 sets works out to 3 hours and 40 minutes, you know what I mean? For 44 sets, so the time scale of this bad boy was at least 3 hours and 40 minutes. Of that, I can assure you, I've done the maths, 5 minutes per set, you know what I mean? Right, we are starting off with shoulders, 4 sets, overhead barbell press, 20 kg for 10, 40 for 6, so it's up, and back down again, 30 for 8, finishing off for 20 for 10, then into single arm front cable raise, just with the honor, you know what I mean, nothing too complicated. 15 for 10, 15 for 12, 15 for 12, and 15 for 12. Like with shoulders, I like going maybe like medium weight, high reps and all that carry on. Third exercise, DB side raise, brilliant. 12.5 for 10, 15 for 6, 15 for 8, finishing off with 15 for 10. Then machine overhead press, 40 for 10, 40 for 10, 50 for 10. Then finished off strong with 60 for 12, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 exercises done and dusted. And that is shoulders out the way. I can't mind if I mentioned everything that was in this workout, but it's shoulders, chest, triceps, and abs, and some cardio, right? So shoulders out the way, 4 exercises, 16 reps, not too bad like. And chest, like I said, it's a push workout. Chest is just 1 exercise, 4 sets, nice and simple, obviously straight after the shoulders, cable crossovers, 10 kg for 10, 5 for 10, 10 for 10, finished off with 5 for 10. Just goes to show how far I've came, because I was obviously struggling to do 10 kilo. Now I'm sure I've got it recorded 50 kilo for 10 reps, it's on camera, no telling any lies, but this is back then. So it's 5 exercises done and dusted, a total of 16 plus 4, 20 sets, and 158 reps for shoulders. Right, and this is the mindset required, okay? Motivation, right, that comes and goes, but dedication is doing stuff when you do not want to do it. Do you understand that? You know what I mean? It really is. And see, the more you do stuff you don't like to do, and I mean you don't want to do it. Do you think I wanted to do all this? No, but I wanted to lose the fat. Like I used to always think, right, you've got to see the old fashioned scales and see whatever weighs the most. Like you have 2 different choices. See whatever one weighs the most. That's what you want the most, if that makes sense. And I wanted to lose the fat, ka-ching, like that. So this is what I had to get done. You know what I mean? I'd done my research, done all my calculations with the diet and things like that, etc. And I dove right into it head first. Fucking hell, motivation as dedication, and dedication is motivation. Aye, so dedication is motivation. Does that make sense? I really did not enjoy doing this. I was punishing myself. I'm not going to tell you a lie. It was super duper hard, like, but like I says, I wanted to lose the fat. I wanted to lose the weight. The key word, I wanted. If you if, it, if you simplify everything down, right? If you simplify it down, what do you want more in life, right? Let's take drugs for example. God's honest truth. When I was a drug addict, I clearly, obviously wanted drugs more than I wanted whatever it was in life. No, not saying I liked what I wanted, but that is what I wanted. You don't have to like it, it's just a fact. And I wanted to lose the fat. I didn't like what I had to do to lose it, but I sure as fuck done it, you know what I mean? Dedication is motivation. Right, okay, I don't know if I've made the mistake or not, like previous in the recording of these videos. I stated that there's only one exercise for triceps. That's a load of baloney. There's three exercises for triceps, okay? Start at half tricep, pull down with the rope for the cables. 40 for 15, 50 for 15, 60 for 12, 70 for 8. So I've upped the weight and lowered the reps, you know what I mean? But it's maximum effort always. And in the standing skull crushers, 30 for 8, 30 for 8, 30 for 6.5, and 30 for 7. So I've obviously been struggling just with 30 kg and I've pushed it to the max. I've had to lower the reps. That is what it is. Then cable overhead with the rope, right? That's behind the head. Boom, boom. 40 for 6, 30 for 8, and 20 for 15, and finished off with 10 for 25. Triceps done and dusted. 3 exercises, 4, 8, 12. Now we're on to abs, right? I used to always set my target minimum 100 reps, right? And that's 4 sets of 25, ideally, as you find out I go more sometimes, but if you go more, it means you can go less the next time, if that makes any sense. Right, and we start off, there's 3 exercises for abs. Jesus Christ almighty, right, okay. Weighted sit-ups, start off with 0 weight. Weighted sit-ups, you grab the weight and you sit up. Self-explanatory. Right, 0 for 25, then 10 for 25, 10 for 30. Because I'd done 30, the next time I done 10 for 20, so that totals 100. Reached the target acquired. No more is necessary, but I had to hit that target of 100 reps. Does that make sense? You set a target and you get it no matter what the cost. So that's the first exercise out the way for abs. And we're on to exercise number 2 to 3 for abs. This time I got 105 total reps, okay? Standing cable crunches. It's a good gym, works the top of your abs. 70 kg for 25. 70 kg for 25, 70 for 25, pushing it to the max obviously. Then I had to drop down to 50 because I dropped the weight. I done more reps, done 5 more reps, so 50 for 30. Then I've wrote seated here, but it's kneeling on the ground, cable crunches, 60 for 25, 70 for 30, 70 for 30 and 70 for 30, so that's good going. But I can fucking, as God is my witness, I was a man possessed. I was one possessed, dedicated individual to get this done. So that's 3 exercises for abs and a total of 100, 105 and 115. That's 320 bloody well reps for abs. God. Now we're on to cardio, and I'm pretty sure I set a target of doing 3 cardio sessions per week. No less than 15 minutes. That was the task. That was the target, sorry. Right, and I'm including the warm-up and the time frame as what it is. Don't do it with my weights, but like when you're on a diet, every calorie counts. So cardio, done a 5-minute warm-up, right? 10-minute walk, well no a walk, 10 minutes at 5 mile an hour, that's a decent jog. Then a 20-minute walk, right? 3 mile an hour, slow. But to make it that wee bit harder, wasn't really hard, but it's the end of a long workout. 3 mile an hour, right? To give you an idea how long I was in here for, see the now, 12 sets takes me about an hour and a half. And this one was 44. So that's good 3-4 hours I was in there, bro. That's what it is. On top, non-stop. Hardcore. You've just got to go for it, mate. You just got